Hi everyone. Happy Friday. Hope everyone's doing wonderfully on this crazy, rainy, hot, humid day. It's been nice just to stay in. Make sure we are in the right place, and then we will get started. I have a super cute card for you. Hi, Miss Linda. Yep, I think we are in the right place. So we will go ahead and get started. Today is Friday, July 17, 2026, and this is our Facebook Live here on DonnaStamps.com. Thanks so much for being here and spending a few minutes with me. There's a few things I want to remind you about. First and foremost, we recently launched our brand new foiling system, and oh my gosh, I didn't think I needed it, but now I gotta have it. It's called Stampin' Hot Foil System. It looks like this. It does work with your Stampin' Emboss machine. People are asking, does it work with Big Shots and others? The answer is no, it's not intended to work with those machines, and you can damage your foiling system if you try to put it into a standard Big Shot. So we recommend that you don't. Now, this is $160 for this, but the cool thing is that between now and January 4th, included in your purchase price, not only do you get, of course, all of the accessories and everything that you need for that. It doesn't include any foil, so you do need your foil, but you get a class valued at $30 included in that fee for free. But you have to sign up and you don't have to sign up, you have to purchase your system by January 4th, and then you'll automatically get invited to that class. I've seen lots of beautiful cards being made. Demonstrators yesterday got to see the new up-and-coming September to December. Oh, my nose is itching, excuse me. September to December mini catalog. There are more foiling products in there. We have new online exclusives coming soon, and I'm being told there's new there. So this is a line that's going to be here indefinitely, and it's really being built on each time there's a publication and then some. So think about it, look at it. We're going to be using it once I get it, and of course there are plenty of videos out there that you can see as well. We also have the July online exclusives that are launching, and so you'll be able to check those out. I did post this handout on the group for you, so it was easy to find. But there's like 20 pages, I think it is, of just fun stuff. There is some Christmas, there is some fall, but I can tell you that the September to December mini is going to really have a nice offering of all of those things. Of course, a new month means a new product of the month, and this month it is the Begonia Bell. I just think it's so pretty, and mine actually just came. So look how pretty these elements are, and they are big. I thought maybe that the, what do I want to call it, the print, etc., sometimes, you know, it's smaller, but this one, I mean, it's a nice size. Let me see if you can see it if I put it on here. You can see, look how big that flower is, and those leaves. It's just stunning, and it does have some of that distinctive to it because of how it has all that different shadowing. So you have until the end of this month to take advantage of this. Of course, you place a $75 order before shipping tax, and after any rewards you use, and you can get it for $5. I would not wait, okay? the last couple of months have sold out very quickly. I have a feeling this one, because everybody loves flowers, this one's going to sell out as well. So if you haven't already gotten it, I would get it sooner than later. And then of course, remember that when you get the product of the month through me, you also get not only the embellishment of the month, but you're also going to receive a PDF with 8 additional projects using the product of the month. There is a few days left to register, not many. I think it ends on Sunday or Monday. The 20th is Monday. And that is for this month's Club Cove featuring the Waterside Retreat. I am loving this paper. These little elements come with it. You're going to be getting a half a pack of designer series paper and product to make 8 cards, 2 each of 4 designs, plus the PDF. You can do my Club to Go, Club Cove, as a subscription of 6 continuous months. You'll get a bonus from me, or you can do it for just the months that you like what's available. So if you're interested in that, let me know. You can also go over to my website, DonnaStamps.com, click at the top for Club Cove and register up there. Okay, as far as events that are upcoming, I do have my next and first Sips and Cards over at Off the Rails, which is right here off of Old Bardstown Road. And that is going to be 4 cards for $35, but that includes a glass of beer, wine, or another beverage of your choice. So we're very excited about it. The cards are coming together really, really cute, and I can't wait to share it for you. And then this month for Stamp a Stack, I'm doing Christmas cards. We're going to do Christmas cards in July, regular all occasion in August, and then we will do Christmas cards again September, October, and November. So you're going to end up with 16 different designs of Christmas cards if you come to all 4 sessions. Registration for Sips and Cards ends on Wednesday. For Stamp a Stack, it's day after tomorrow on Sunday. And then I also have added to the calendar my next Paint and Pour class that is part of the Candle Barn out in Shepherdsville. And that's going to be on, let me see, August the 9th. That's a Sunday at 2 p.m. And we're going to make a little mini album. And I'm going to wait till I put the camera down to show it to you, because it's hard for me to hold and do all the mechanisms. But super, super fun. It has a lot of flips and flops and pockets. And so I think you'll really, really like that. But all of the registrations are up on my website right now, and I posted the link just maybe an hour or so ago for the Paint and Pour here on our page. Make sure that you're commenting, saying hello. Hi, Diana. Hi, Linda. And let me know you're here. And of course, if you do that, I'll put your name into a drawing for the project that I did on our last live, which was this one. And it featured the All Flutter bundle. And I've got everybody's name here in the hat, so let me see who is going to get that. Ooh, got too many. That is going to go to Tracy Conrad. Tracy, I have your information, so I'll get that ready for you. And then, of course, if you share my video, which I greatly appreciate, then your name goes into a separate drawing, and those people will get a stack of cards from my stash. I got 2 again. Okay, who is this one? And this is going to go to Kim Lanham. And Kim, I will bring these to you on Sunday at team meeting. All right. And then, of course, when you place orders in my online store, which I greatly appreciate, not only do you earn Stampin' Rewards when they are $20 or more, but when they're $35 or more, I like to send you an embellishment as a thank you. And this month, it's the Array of Dots. Super, super pretty cards. You've got your new color here, the Peaceful Pine. Just really, really pretty. And this is part of the Ordinary Beautiful, I believe, suite. So fun product. All right, where's my thing? Let me go ahead and put the camera down. The other thing I wanted to tell you is recently, and I'm going to talk while I'm putting the camera down. Recently, I did a class, and several people missed out on the opportunity to attend and or to get the class to go. It features the Under the Sun ephemera pack. I actually have a couple of kits left. I think I have 3. So if you didn't have an opportunity to take advantage of the class, you can still get them. And I just want to kind of show you the cards. Hopefully there's not a glare since they're in envelopes. But you're going to get 2 different ephemera packs, a half a pack of Designer Series paper, and a full pack of the in color dots. So you've got 4 portraits and you've got 4 landscape cards, and they are so cute in person. Much cuter in person than they are here. But if you want to take advantage of that, it's $35, and like I said, it makes 8 different cards, and you get quite a bit of product. You'll have ephemera pack elements left over that you can make additional projects with after the fact. And then for my Candle Barn class, we're going to be making this cute little, it's called Home Sweet Home. You're going to be making a wood candle base that looks like a home. So we're doing a little house, and it says, of course, home. But the way it works is it's a flip-flop. So you're going to open it like this, okay? Hopefully we can get it all on camera. And you can see you've got lots of little places that you can write, you can attach pictures, and you'll do some stamping, but everything else will be ready for you. You've got a pocket here, okay? You've got a little flip here. So again, places to write as well as to add pictures, okay? And then when you flip it over, you have more pages here. So you've got a page again that you can write, and then you've got this little flap. So a fun little album, makes a great little gift, and that is part of the class at the Candle Barn. But I wanted to show it to you. Let me tie it back so that you can kind of see the size. This is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So super cute. So if you're interested in that, again, you'll find that link up on DonnaStamps. Okay, so we're going to make a fun card, a fun fold card tonight. It is what I call a flip-flop card. And there's lots of different versions of flip-flop cards, but we're going to be using one of my favorite papers that's still available, the Lovely Blossoms paper. This has Crumb Cake, Cloud Cover, Old Olive, Petal Pink, and Secret Sea. And we're going to be using Secret Sea ink. And then we're letting the Designer Series paper do the work. But we're going to use some sentiments. We're going to use the Just a Little Hello from Cutest Crew. And then for the inside, we're going to be using the Sending Salutations. And we're going to do the one that says, thank you so much for your friendship. I love this sentiment set so much. There's so many different things in here. You've got a congratulations. You've got cheers. A couple of best wishes. Just a lot of good inside and front side sentiment. So, and I think it was only like $19, $18. So a really versatile set. All right. So let me tell you what your pieces are. You're going to actually start with a piece of cloud cover. Excuse me, goodness. That is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. You're going to score it in half at 4 1/4, and then you're going to cut off 2 inches. Okay, so you're ultimately going to have a piece that is 6.5 by 5.5, okay? Now you're gonna keep that 2-inch piece, so now this is 2 by 5.5, and you're gonna score it in half at 2 3/4, okay? So that's gonna be your main base. You're gonna need several different patterns, and that's why I love this particular paper pack, because it gives me a lot of coordinating DSP. Your first one's going to be 5 1/4 by 4. Then you need a 5 1/4 by 2, and then a 4 by 3. And again, I will put all of these measurements up on the Creative Cove along with extra pictures shortly after. For an accent, we need a piece that is 4 by 1/2. And then you need for your focal point on front, you need a piece of Secret C. This is 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. You need for the inside a piece that's 4 by 3 basic white, and then you just need a scrap to do some punching with, okay? So that's your pieces. So what I want to start to do first is I'm going to pull in my scrap and my inside piece, and I'm just going to add to the bottom. And again, very little stamping tonight, but and you can dress this up as big or little as you want, as simple or as plain as you want. I'm just going to trim this off. I always like to cut my strips just a little bit longer, just in case, right? This is our focal point, and we're going to add that 4 by 3 piece of designer series paper to it. And we're going to add it, onto the 4 1/4 by 3 1/4 piece of Secret C. Okay, so there's that. Now let me bring this one back over. And I'm going to stamp on the inside, "Thank you so much for your friendship." And I'm going to do that in Secret C. And all of the colors, of course, were pulled from this main piece of designer series paper. So that's where I got my colors from. And that's what makes it nice. You don't have to stress about your coordination, because you can pull all those colors straight in. And then I'm just going to do just a little hello. I'll stamp that here. And then I'm going to use a new punch that is called the Rounded Rectangle. Looks like this. And it's a really nice size. Just a really, really nice size. So I'm just going to put that here and kind of center it as best I can. Keep it straight and punch. So it makes a really nice size label that's not overpowering, right? Okay, so that's all those pieces. We're going to lay all those aside for a second, and we're going to work on our card base. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that little 2-inch mechanism. Now, you're going to want to put the piece that we cut the 2-inch off, that's going to go at the bottom, okay, just like this. And then we have that 2 by 5.5-inch piece that we cut off, and we scored it at 2 3/4. So I'm just going to fold that in half, okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this right here to create a bit of a hinge, okay? So I want to butt this fold right up to the edge. Now, you can use liquid glue just for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and use my seal. And you want this whole thing to go down, okay? So I like to turn it sideways just so I can kind of see where my fold's gonna be. So you wanna try to keep it as flush as you can. And just put that down. Now I like to take my bone folder and just do a little bit of burnishing. So you're gonna end up with this little flap like this. And I have got adhesive on my glass mat. Okay, we'll get you off later. Okay, so you're gonna end up with this, okay? Now you're going to take that larger piece of designer series paper and you're gonna add that across this section to hide that hinge, okay? So that goes like that, okay? And then this piece is going to go right down here on that flap, okay? So that will create the base of your card. Let me add some here. All right. And of course, we're gonna leave our border all the way around. Okay, so now we've got this, okay? And then this hinge will come down like this, okay? So then the next step is we're going to take our 3x4 piece that we've stamped on, and this is gonna be our inside. And we just want to put that right in the center of our card. Okay? Just like this. So the idea here is this will come down and this will come down, right? Make sense? Okay, just like that. Okay, now we're going to take this piece, and this piece is going to attach to the hinge and be centered across. So we only are going to put our adhesive on the hinge, nothing on the back, okay? Now before I do that, I want to grab some of this gold ribbon and I'm going to add just a pinch of adhesive on the back. Just to kind of hold it, because it does like to lift just a tad. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to pull it around, and over here, I'm going to tie a knot. Now, I don't like to take it off the bolt. Come on, stay put. That way I don't waste it, okay? Tuck under, if I can grab it. Ah, come on, cooperate. There we go. And pull, okay? And then I like to, and you've seen me do this before, I like to put my fingers up underneath and push up. And when I do, that helps to make my ribbon flat, okay? It's going to go just like that. Okay. Yep. Okay. And of course, if you need to pick it up, you can. Now, do I have a glue dot right here? Nope. Whenever I have a ribbon like this, I do like to add a glue dot underneath the knot just to hold it in place. This is going to go right here on dimensionals, and I want to make sure my knot is right where I want it, and it is. Usually I have to shift it a little bit, but we're going to add the glue dot right there. Okay. All right. And then this will go across here like this, but I want to pull this down just a tad. Okay. Actually, let me lift this just a tad. Yep, there, that's better. Okay, so a little high. All right, so we'll add adhesive, and I'm going to put, and again, you could add dimensionals if you want. I'm just going to add adhesive, and I don't want to come all the way up to the top because this little flap is going to show just a bit, okay? And that'll also hold my, still too high. There we go, much better. Okay, and let's get her straight. And it's not, we're just having all kinds of problems tonight. All right, here we go. There we go, much better. All right, so then that's gonna attach onto there, okay? You can see that flap will hold your ribbon. Now you can put another piece of white here if you want, which could be a place for you to write a message, or you could even put another pattern of designer series paper, and I may do that after the fact. You can also put another little sentiment down here as long as you keep it covered. And then we're gonna add this with dimensionals, and I'm gonna actually make like a little track or gully, whatever you want to call it, for my ribbon to fit through the center. Okay. And this is going to fit. Let's make that ribbon more even. There we go. And we'll add this right here. I want to tuck it under that ribbon just a bit. There we go. Okay, and then we'll pull out our Moody palette dots, and I'm going to use the Secret C ones, I think. And we'll just add one here and a couple over here. And there you go. And it will go like this and then like this. But you know what? I don't want to leave this like this. So I am going to very quickly cut another piece of 3x4 and finish that. Bear with me a second. Okay, yep, that's what I want to do. Sometimes when you're working on the fly, you change your mind, right? But that never happens to any of you. And I'm not going to add any designer series paper to this one. So that way, yeah, that's much better. That way you have that space to write. Yeah, that completes it. Okay, and I'll make sure that I include that on the instructions that you need 2 pieces. So your card ends up like this. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. So again, here's your flip and here's your flop, right? And you've got plenty of sentiments that you could add other things. You could put a strip, like I said, of designer series paper. You could put a piece of white down here. This card has a lot of possibilities, okay, of things that you can do. Now, I did one previously that looks like this, so it kind of gives you an idea. This is one I did, oh gosh, probably a year ago, if not longer. And you can see how I used the elements, and I did add another element there and then decorated it this way. So you have lots of things. The one thing you want to make sure, though, is that if you do add something down here, that you make sure that it's underneath your flap, okay? That's the important piece of it all. So I hope you like that. I hope you'll try it. This would be a gorgeous for Christmas with all the new Christmas patterns that are out there. Lots of different opportunities and options that you can do with this. So I hope you enjoy this. Give it a try. I will post pictures and measurements up for you shortly. Have a great rest of your week and a wonderful weekend. Stay cool, and I will see you next week. And again, if you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out and ask. Thanks for being here, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye, everyone.